everybody, welcome to my channel. I want to start out by apologizing for not having a video up last week. I actually haven't been feeling the best, but today I'm kind of feeling a little bit more like myself, so I decided to go ahead and put one up. I wanted to make that eyebrow tutorial that I talked to you about last week, so I'm going to attempt to do that for you today. Before I start, I'm going to start by lighting this candle just to kind of help me relax. I think most of my problems have been anxiety related, so I'm just going to try to make a mellow environment for myself and try to focus on this and help me relax. This is from Bath & Body Works. I went to Bath & Body Works this weekend just to get some candles and some lotions and things. I did like a whole, I don't know, at-home spa day thing just to kind of help me relax. And this one is Big Island Bamboo, and it smells so good. I don't know if any of you have been to Bath & Body Works lately, but they are just now coming out with all of their like summer scents and stuff, and a lot of them are like islandy and coconutty, and if you know me at all, you know that I love coconut. I love the way it tastes. I love the way it smells. I just love everything about it, and it's actually really good for your health, for your hair, for your skin, for your nails, everything. Just thought I'd share that with you. So, like I said, today I'm going to be doing eyebrows, and the first thing that I always do before I do any of my makeup is I put my hair back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that my hair is back, I'm going to start out by showing the product that I use on my brows most of the time. It's just a product that I found at Walmart, so it's going to be really easy, or should be really easy for you to find. So I Salon Perfect, and it just looks like this. It's just an eyebrow like palette. It's a quad, and it has 4 different colors in it. It's got like a nice light brown color in it, and it's I'm sorry, it doesn't actually say the shades of the colors, so I'm just going to have to describe them to you. It's got a nice light brown color, and it's kind of like a warm undertone. And then it's also got this dark brown color here. And I'd say it's probably more grayish looking. And then it's got like a black color here. And then, of course, a highlighting color in this corner. I like this quad a lot just because of all of the different colors that it does have, because my hair is like 1,000 different colors. I went from like my natural blonde color. I did like a dark reddish color, and then I lightened it up and I made it like a bright red color. Then I covered that up with black, and then of course I used not a very good high quality black color, so then it faded into this weird brownish reddish color. So yeah, that's why I like this palette, just because it has like 1,000 different colors like my hair. But I use like literally a mixture of all of these just to get the right colors. And then I love this highlighting color. I know you could probably tell that I love it. But it's like a shimmery white color. Not really white. It's more like a cream color, like an off-white. So it's, I'm sorry, I'm trapped. So it's really, really pretty, and I like to use it not just for my eyes and my eyebrows, but I also highlight my cheekbones and my nose even sometimes with this, so I use this so much. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and prep my skin. I'm going to put like moisturizer and just like the primers and stuff like that. I always do that first because it just makes my makeup look a lot better, and I always do my brows before I do any of my like foundation and stuff. So that's why my face is like makeupless right now, just because that's how I start out my brows, and I just wanted to show you exactly step by step how I do them. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my skin real fast, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have my skin prepped, I'm just going to go ahead and dig right into it. Now with this palette, there are several different palettes that you can get if you feel like these colors are too dark for you. I don't know that every Walmart carries all of the different palettes, but I'm pretty sure you can go on line. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if Salon Perfect has their own website. They probably do that you can order, but I know you can go on Walmart.com and get the different shades as well. So if you don't like this particular quad and you still want to use this product, then you can definitely go online and order it for yourself. With the moisturizer, I went ahead and put it all over my face. I have particularly dry skin, so I definitely put it in the areas of my face that I have the most problems with, and that includes my eyebrows, which is why I'm telling you this. Yeah, don't be afraid to put some moisturizer up there if you have some dry skin like I do. Since you are using strictly powders, you know, you're not really putting any moisture on your face, and if you have flaky skin right there, the powder is really going to bring it out, and it's going to really show up underneath those powders. So let me start out. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my brow history, I guess. You can see my brows are pretty thin, especially towards the ends, and that's because they grow in really, really weird. When I first started out doing this, and I've only been doing my brows for about a year and a half, maybe. Whenever I first started out, I literally, I hated the shape entirely of my brows. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to completely reshape them. I do not like the natural shape that they have. So I just completely redid them. What I did was I took a really dark eyeshadow, like literally stark black, and I drew on exactly what I wanted them to look like. If you want to do it like this, I don't know if this would be recommended by other people. This is just the way I did it. I would say if you used a stencil, it'd probably be a little bit easier. I didn't. I just freehanded them, and I just got it to where I like the shape of them. I like how big they were, how small they were, whatever. And then I used little tweezer type scissor things, and I'll show you. I use like a pair of these. They just got the curved edges, and I think that it makes it a lot easier to get each individual hair that you want to trim. So that's what I did. I drew the brow on. I trimmed out all the hairs that didn't go inside of the drawing that I did. And yeah, and then now I just kind of reshape every time I do my brows. I get them to look the way that I want, which is a lot easier now because I have kind of a shape to follow with my actual hairs now. I don't usually tweeze or wax or anything like that. I just cut it out with this. I don't see any point in tweezing them and stuff all the time. I don't feel like pulling hair out of my face when I could just cut it off, right? Okay, so anyways, enough with that. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I do. I'm going to start out with a little more of this color, and I just use an angled, probably like a liner brush, I guess is what it would be called, but it just looks like this, and this is by Eco Tools. I found this, let me focus it. Okay, but this is just what I use. It's by Eco Tools, and I love Eco Tools because they're inexpensive and they recycle a lot of their products to make their brushes. And I have several other angled brushes like this, but none of them are like as dense, I guess, as this one. So this one gives me a lot of control, and I like that. So I definitely recommend at least getting this brush, which you can find at Walmart as well. I think I already told you that. But anyways, I'm just going to put a little bit of that dark on there. And I always start in the very front. I start on the bottom, and I just kind of draw a line, just a straight line. Well, I guess it would be a diagonal line, but just up to my arch. I guess I'm just going to do one eye in front of you, and then I'll go off camera and do the other one. But this is just the line that I create. The way that I find what line I want to use, some people use like, if you look straight, you can go like this number, like right through your pupil, that's the arch. I don't know how they find the beginning of it, but anyways, I'm sure there's plenty of diagrams that you can find, like they do this number, for the tail or whatever. Yeah, I don't do that. I just go by the actual shape of my eye. So like the beginning of my brow goes with this inner corner of my eye. So you can see that's where I always end up making the start of my brow. Okay, and then the arch of it actually comes out to the other corner of my eye. You can see that there. That's where the highest point of my brow always ends up. And then the tail end, I don't really know how to give advice on that. I just kind of go with whatever I think looks good, I guess. I don't like it all the way down to like here. So I make it like a little bit above this corner. I make it stop there. But that's just how I find out where I want the parts of my brow to be. Your arch, you have a bone right here. It's called your brow bone. So your arch should come up a little bit higher than that. At least if you want them to look like my brows. So I always make mine go up a little bit above this. So now that I have my line, I'm just going to go in and fill the top of it. And I don't actually start here. I don't put any product on this part yet. So I'm just going to start probably like right here. And okay, you see how my brows kind of fade? Right where that fading stops, that's about where I'm going to start. And I'm going to make the top part. And I have a few hairs up here that I kind of use as a guide for myself, but if you just make it parallel to the line that you already created, you should end up with a pretty good look. And just draw all the way to the arch, where you want your arch to be. Okay, so now we've got our beginning of our brow, and now we've got to make our arch. I usually, after I get to the very, very highest point, I just kind of follow my brow bone, I guess, downward until I get a little bit above the corner of my eye. Probably like right where my eyelid crease is. You see that? Like this. That's about where I stop the tail of my brow, and I just try to I have a bad habit of wanting to make it curve in, so I try to make it go out so it does look like a tail. And you can see how light this color looks. I actually want to go from light to dark, so that's why I mix the black in with that dark brown to make my tail. One tidbit of advice, I guess, that I would give is when you're first doing your brows, try not to use like a little compact mirror. Try not to use like something like this, or maybe even smaller. Like try to use an actual like full-size mirror, or a pretty big mirror, you know, like something about as big as your face, at least. Just because I think that the best way to get even and natural looking brows, like good looking brows, is you want it to not only be perfect on its own. Actually, let me rephrase that. You don't necessarily want it to be perfect on its own. You want it to look perfect for your face. So if you look at the big picture, you can see how your actual brow is going to look with the rest of your facial features. After I get the actual shape, I like to go back in. I like to make this a little bit higher and cut out those hairs. So that's what I'm going to do now. And then I will show you the next step. After I've cut out all those hairs, you can see it looks a lot cleaner and like a lot less bushy. And I just love the look that it gives after I get all those hairs out. So now on to the next step. The next thing that I use is a little spool. What is this called? It's like a mascara wand, but it has no product on it whatsoever. So this isn't, I don't know the particular brand of this. This might have even come with the kit. I'm not totally sure. So what I do is I take this little brush, and you know this line that we still have right here? I'm just going to take all that product using this brush, and I'm going to brush it up into the rest of my brow. So I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, and now I'm just going to brush out kind of the rest of my brow. And when I brush out the rest of my brow, I use very, very, very light strokes. I don't want to get all of the product off. Just some of it, just so you can actually see your hair on there. I mean, if you actually take all of your brows off, I guess you wouldn't need to do that step. But it's just what I like to do. And then since it did make it a lot lighter, I like to go back in with that dark brown and that black and just darken up the tail of it. And just to save a little bit of time, I'm going to go off camera and do my other brow, and then I'll be right back. So this is what it looks like after I have both of my brows kind of on. One thing that I wanted to show you, I forgot to show you earlier, but definitely whenever you're cutting your brows, if you take your brush and you go like this to the very beginnings of them, you'll get all your hairs to stand up straight. They'll be going straight up, hopefully. And what I like to do is I just take my little scissors and I just cut off right here, just going diagonally, any hairs that look like they are out of place. I just think it looks a lot cleaner and it's just a lot easier to draw on, because if you draw them up before you even start and you already have those hairs kind of giving you a nice little line, it makes it so much easier to create your brows the next time. And I'm just going to go back and fill in. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of extra product and stuff like that. So that is why I like to do my foundation after I do my brows, just because I get product everywhere. So what I do next is I take my foundation. The foundation that I use is by Smashbox. It's Studio Skin and it's in the shade 1.1. So that's just what I use. And I take, let's see, where's my brush? Okay. I take one of these like flat little, I think it's meant for concealer, or maybe it is meant for foundation. I'm not really sure. It might be even used for eyeshadow, but anyways, it looks like this. It's kind of round and it's tiny. It's like the size of my finger. It's round at the top. It's kind of flat. So, and this is by EcoTools as well. You can find it at Walmart. And I just do a little pea-size squirt on my hand. If you want to use like a flat surface so you don't waste any product, that's fine. Just so you can dip your brush, the tip of your brush, into it like this. And, oh, like this, I guess you could see me. And then I'm just going to go around my brows and outline the lines that I've done. Okay, and I'm going to stop right here just to show you, you can pretty clearly see the line. There's usually like some extra product at the very edge. So what I like to do is I just take my finger and I just tap that product into my skin. And that usually eliminates that line. Okay, so I ran out of memory, so while I was waiting for everything to load onto my computer, I went ahead and finished my makeup look just so you could see what my brows look like with a full face of makeup. I didn't do anything differently than off camera than what I did on camera as far as my brows go, so I just wanted to finish up my other brow and go ahead and show you the highlighting part, because that is the only thing that we have left to do. I like to take that same palette that we've been using and just use this light color, and I have a brush that I like to use. Let me show you what it looks like as soon as I find it. Okay. This is also by EcoTools as usual. It looks like a powder brush, but it is super tiny, and I'm sorry if you can see Gypsy. My fiance is at work, so she is feeling pretty lonely, so I let her come hang out. So I just get a generous amount of this on my brush because it is teeny tiny, and then I just go up into the arch right here and I just put a little bit on. Okay, and then I also use it for the corners of my eyes, just like this. And that's everything. So if you like this video, if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, please share. Okay, so it's like, it's not meant for me to make this video because literally I'm almost finished with it and now my fiance's calling. Oh my goodness. So anyways, like I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yes, I will have videos up for you hopefully every single week. I like to make them generally like on Saturday, Sunday. I'm usually off on Saturdays and Sundays, but always on Sunday. So I like to film like on Saturday and put it up on, like edit it and put it up on Sunday, so you can kind of be looking out. I'm sorry, she wants that. You can kind of be looking out for a video on there. Please follow my Instagram page. I have two if you want to follow them both. Oh my goodness, really? Come on, come on. I have two. I have my personal one, and then I also have my makeup one. My makeup one is listed as Sierra's _makeup diary, and I will link both of my pages down below. So if you want to go check them out and follow me, I do post a picture on my makeup page every time that I have a tutorial up, just to let everybody know that I do have that up. And so that way you don't have to necessarily go on YouTube and check. You can just check for my posts on there. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for next week's video, I don't really know what I'm doing yet. So if you would please be so kind to make a suggestion in the comments below, I would be very appreciative of that. And it kind of give me an idea of what you're interested in anyways. And I appreciate you watching this with me. And I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful day as always. Bye.